So we're live now. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to Ubuntu on Air. My name is Jose, and I'm an Ubuntu member broadcasting live from Peru. Welcome to another LoCo Teams update. I'm here with Nate and Hayes this time, and we're just gonna go over through everything that LoCo Teams have been doing this month. So, hello, Nathan. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Jose. It's good to be here with you again.
Yeah, it's an awesome time so we can discuss what LoCo Teams have been doing this past month. I think it's a great opportunity to first of all thank every single team for all the efforts and every single people contributing for their efforts inside the LoCo community, because it's a great thing to see many events in the LoCo portal and all this stuff happening, especially when we just had the release and we just had the next name announced. It's so great to have to see many people moving. So why don't we go ahead and start with the news we have for this month?
Okay, Jose. Well, the biggest piece of news, I think, is that Ubuntu 14.04 LTS was released. And obviously, when the release happens, the entire community kind of, focuses on that and centers on that. It's really exciting because Ubuntu now runs on desktops, servers, phones, tablets, and clouds. So it's a great fit for all kinds of LoCo projects, as well as everyday use. So if anyone out there was waiting for an excuse to get something cool out there, now's the time. It's really it's a solid foundation to build on. Whether you're doing development projects, getting your website out there, hosting events, advocating to others, it's all pretty cool. So with the new release, LTS 14.4 LTS DVD pack orders are open. So if you haven't yet, get your if you're a LoCo team that's verified, you want to get your requests in today. Wait until after this hangout and then do it. Only team contacts from verified teams can request them. So make sure you're listed as the team contact in Launchpad, and get those requests. And you can find that at. Do you know the URL offhand for that, Jose?
Yeah, it's forums.canonical.com/LoCoCD. For every single team contact, a verified team, you can order a DVD pack and they will be delivered to you to the door. They will be directly delivered to your door. Now, Nathan, you mentioned that this is an LTS release. What's different with LTS releases that like make them set a difference apart from normal releases or regular releases we have every 6 months?
So the best thing about Ubuntu is that there's a new release every 6 months, and it has security updates for 9 months. So you're going to be halfway through the next cycle before you have to make that upgrade, so you have that flexibility, which is great for desktop computers and enthusiasts, but for certain types of users who need more stability in their OS, whether it's desktop users or obviously servers. Long-term support releases, or LTS for short, is a special release where every 2 years we work really hard to create a stable, solid OS with very few surprises. That's no fun on servers. And so for a total of 5 years, those are supported with security updates and maintenance updates. So for whether it's desktop or server, when you install Ubuntu 14.04, you're going to have updates until 2019. You won't have to worry about security vulnerabilities. Those will be tracked and patched. And you also don't have to upgrade in October, and you don't have to reinstall at the next LTS, which will be Ubuntu 16.04. You can actually, when 16.04, after 16.04 comes out, you can upgrade in place directly to that version. And additionally, if you're running Ubuntu 12.04 LTS, you'll also be able to upgrade directly to 12.04. Now that's there's some confusion online. I've been noticing a lot of people are waiting for that update in 12.04 and not seeing it. To help assure a smooth quality upgrade, we don't throw the switch on upgrades, LTS upgrades, until the first point release. So it's going to be mid-July when 14.04.1 comes out, and that's when 12.04 will start to see that uh, that update. And there is a way to update earlier than that, but if you're, if you're looking for that stability, you might want to wait until then. If you're, if you're upgrading. Otherwise, if clean install, you want to pick 1404.
I also heard around that the new development release archive has just been opened, so we're going to have a 1410 and it's going to be named Utopic Unicorn. And the archive has just been opened, so if you want to start building your packages or developing, well, you can just go ahead. The archive is open. Now I also have some news from the Ubuntu Mexico team, which hosted their fourth Ubuntu Global Jam in Mexico City on April 5th. And attendees discussed about free software, Ubuntu, the Ubuntu Mexico LoCo team, and they also discussed their favorite quesadilla recipes. I think there are some videos they posted online, so if you want to check them out, we'll make sure to link them down in the description below. So if you want to check them out, check more news about the Mexico team. Their website is ubuntumexico.org. No dashes, no capital letters, well, it doesn't really matter. But ubuntumexico.org should have more news about the Ubuntu Mexico team. And if you want to find your local team, go to loco.ubuntu.com and go ahead, sign up with your team and start contributing and start having fun. What do we have next?
So next we have a release party. Ubuntu California threw a release party on April 24th, so just 2 days ago. And it was, by all reports, really successful. They were able to get a local company named Adderall to host the venue. So they got a really large venue that had plenty of room for the computers with demos, plenty of room for food, and plenty of room for just chatting. So it wasn't really squished together. Between the organizer and the other community volunteers, they had lots of laptops, phones, and tablets running not just Ubuntu 14.04, but also Xubuntu and Lubuntu. So they were able to demonstrate those operating systems. They had an Ubuntu trivia quiz, and so it featured different trivia questions about Ubuntu, some really hard ones in there, and code names and facts and that kind of thing. And so they were able to give away books for prizes. They had some Ubuntu books, and John O'Bacon was there, and he had some signed copies of The Art of Community that he gave away. And if I had planned better, I could hold up a thing and say, ooh, because I have a copy. So Elizabeth Krembach-Joseph gave a presentation on the new features in this release, and she was kind enough to make her slides available so that if you have an upcoming release party, or if you want to plan one, or talk at a lug, you can grab those slides and you can reuse them. They're available at spreadubuntu.org. Another exciting thing was that that Canonical sponsored the food for the event, thanks to the Community Donations Fund. So it's a good reminder that Canonical does collect donations on the Ubuntu download page, and they do redistribute those to the community to reimburse them for expenses. So they got, I think, 11 pizzas, none of which I'm sure went to waste. I'll bet those were all gobbled up. So a big thank you to Canonical for that. A bigger thank you to the community for donating and getting money in that fund. That's important. And an even bigger thank you to Ubuntu California up in Northern California for hosting that party. I couldn't be there, but I was plotting ways to get there. It sounded like a really good time. So I'd like to remind everyone that if you're on the IRC channel, we're on Freenode in #Ubuntu-on-air. And if anyone has any questions about any events or just general how to run community events or LoCo teams, anything like that, they should get on there and ask their question in all uppercase, type the word question, colon, and then type your question. And we'll be able to answer those later on at the end of the broadcast. So Jose, what other great, awesome things are our LoCo teams doing in the last month?
I also heard there was a release party in San Diego. We haven't got much news about that, but there was a release party in Southern California in San Diego. I also know that Ubuntu UbiCon LA, UbiCon Latin America, is coming up in August, and we're gonna have this huge event, which is basically the main Ubuntu event we have in Latin America. It's going to be in August in Colombia. Canonical and the Ubuntu community are the main sponsors for the event, and the event is going to be held at Universidad Tecnológica de Bolívar in Colombia, and community members from Spain, India, Uruguay, Venezuela, Mexico, Peru, Colombia, and many other countries will be there giving talks, workshops, sharing different moments, experiences, and what they do in the community, helping other people, introducing Ubuntu to new members, so many different things inside uh, this conference that's coming up. And more information for and about this conference is available at the official website and the wiki page we have. The official website is ubuconla.org, and the wiki is wiki.ubuntu.com/ubuconla. As always, the links will be down below in the description, so you can just go ahead and click them. So if you want to attend an Ubuntu event in this year, make sure to put Ubicon LA in your calendars. If you give me a minute, I can just go ahead and grab the exact dates for the event. So the event is going to take place from the 14th to the 16th August this year. The call for papers is open. So if you want to be a speaker during the event, you want to give a talk, or you want to do a workshop, something interesting for the community, as I mentioned, ubiconla.org is the website, the right website for you. Just go in there. There's a link. Uh, Unfortunately, the links are in Spanish, but I think you can use Google Translate to get that part fixed. But you can go ahead, click on that link, and submit your paper, and I think they will more than gladly accept it for you to have a space where you can talk, where you can teach people about what you know, or share experiences. Maybe you can do a roundtable. It's all up to you. And what do we have next?
Well, so next we have a reminder that there are lots of great activities that LoCo teams can be doing, and obviously the biggest thing right now is release parties. We have this great new OS. I have behind me. This is a fantastic way to get acquainted with the OS, is to help others get acquainted with the OS, is to do a release party, get people in there, let people know that there is a local community that they can come to if they get excited and want to learn more, or if they have trouble. We have this fantastic, beautiful phone OS that is getting bigger and better. And so, for example, we have this great new web browser. We have the new task switcher. So these are things that you can show off that don't always translate well on the screen on websites. So there's plenty to talk about for release parties. Another thing I want to talk about is, Jose, we sometimes talk about ways that LoCo teams can be more effective. And one way I want to highlight today, this month, is that active volunteers who are contributing to the Ubuntu community in a sustained way should really apply for Ubuntu membership. And Ubuntu membership it's two things. One is that it's a recognition of the work that you've done for the community, and it also can help you be a more effective advocate. So, for example, when you're a member of the Ubuntu community, you have a voice in the way community is run. So, for example, you can you receive voting privileges to confirm Ubuntu Community Council nominees. So you can make sure that we have people on there who are advancing the community and representing your interests. You get an ubuntu.com email address that forwards to your real email address. So, for example, I can be reached at nhaynes@ubuntu.com, and that can be really useful when I'm talking with venues, talking to speakers. That kind of lends an air of authenticity. You also get the right to print business cards with the Ubuntu logo on them. And so, I worked really hard to design some really nice compelling business cards that are beautiful. You can make your own as well, but you can get that logo on there. So when you're talking to people, getting that information out there, it's available. That's another tool available to you. Another really, really important thing is that if you have an Ubuntu-related blog, once you're an Ubuntu member, you can have that syndicated on planet.ubuntu.com. And the nice thing about Planet Ubuntu syndication is that it's a very visible place with a lot of readers, and so whether it's announcing upcoming events or reporting back on events that were a success, you can really get the word out there very easily, and that's a really powerful tool, especially if the LoCo team doesn't have its own blog. This is one way you can start to get the word out for your LoCo team and make sure that obviously with a good blog post that gets in the Ubuntu Weekly News release issue every week, and that gets into this podcast. So this is a great way to make sure that we see it and others see it, and so that everyone gets credit for their own contributions, because these events are a little bit of work, as well as exciting other people and inspiring them to do more. You get a people.ubuntu.com directory. So if you go to people.ubuntu.com/tilde-Haynes, who knows what's there? I think I have an event photo. So you don't even need to get web hosting. This is the way you can put up pictures and slides and things there. You get a really pretty certificate signed by Mark Shuttleworth. I meant to have mine here at my desk so I could hold it up and show it off. I might go grab it in a second, but you really do get a hand-signed certificate by Mark Shuttleworth. He has a lot of things to do, and so it is kind of a neat thing. I'm looking to get mine framed. So not only do you get recognized for the work that you have done, you also get set up for success in the work that you're going to do. So it can be a really, really powerful tool that helps your advocacy work. And so if you have been contributing to teams for a little while. I think 3 months is the minimum goal, at least 3 months, and you see yourself continuing to do so. You might want to consider documenting that on the Ubuntu Wiki, those contributions, and applying for membership. There are more perks available, but that's available at wiki.ubuntu.com/membership. So, Jose, while I grab some of the things I should have had ready to print, what so we still have time, I think, to organize release parties. What do you think makes for an effective release party?
I personally think that, first of all, you need to be very, very organized in terms of what you're going to do and what things you're going to start doing during the event. First of all, if you want to demonstrate the next release, in this case it's Trusty Tar, it's 1404. If you want to demonstrate 1404, you need to have computers ready. You need to make sure, if you want to demonstrate some, let's say, internet browsing, make sure that Wi-Fi is working in the venue, that you have an internet connection working. You need to make sure that you have somewhere to plug in the computers, because if they run out of battery or they're desktop computers, you will be running a little trouble. Also, make sure to have some slides prepared. In this example, the California team release party, they had slides prepared by Elizabeth Cronbach-Joseph. Those slides are available on spreadubuntu.org. If you want to grab them, you're totally free to. You can use those slides as a base and demonstrate what's new in Ubuntu 1404. Also, you can get some drinks, maybe some soft drinks, maybe some pizza, some stuff for attendees. You can get books, something to raffle there. If not books, maybe some stickers, some lanyards. Canonical provides conference packs for LoCo teams. All the information is in wiki.ubuntu.com/ubuntu@conferences. Now, if you get those packs, make sure to share everything you get in there with the people who are attending to the event. You get so many stuff. You get stickers, pins, you get lanyards, and that's what it really makes a great release party organization. And most of all, being enthusiastic, having people in the team who are willing to attend the release party and contribute with you, Because if you're the only person who is organizing the release party, it's going to be a little bit hard for you to keep up with all the work and all the stuff that may be happening around. Make sure to get a couple of volunteers. Make sure to have some help around, because remember, you're not the only one in the community. Everyone's around. And as I mentioned, make sure to have fun. That's the main part of the event.
I agree. And the other thing to remember is that it can be sort of scary to run an event by yourself, and really hard work if you've never done that before. So to have a lot of people working together and coming together, not only is that a lot less work for everyone involved, but it also, when you get people together and brainstorming, they come up with different ideas, and so it can really be lead to a more successful event. You don't get overwhelmed, and you get a lot of input. So yeah, the conference packs are really kind of cool. They get you maybe a shirt or two or lanyards. Everyone loves giveaways, so it's a good, quick way to get some stuff there. And even if you don't have that available, even if if everyone chips in on a pack of DVDs and they burn a bunch of Ubuntu DVDs, and you get someone with beautiful Sharpie penmanship to just write the release name, it's a good way to get that out there. So one of the kind of cool features of Ubuntu membership is you get this beautiful certificate of Ubuntu membership that it's really kind of nice. Like I said, it's on nice paper, and I'm going to get that framed eventually. And then we had cards. We had these old Ubuntu cards, and I've made sure that we have these beautiful new brand business cards that are really nice and really effective. If you hate ink, you print the orange ones, or this white one. Actually, if you send them off to a printer, it doesn't matter. These are really kind of neat ways to introduce yourself as an Ubuntu member. So when you're talking to people, you're getting speakers, whatever the case may be, these look really, really good. These are good ways to to introduce yourself and get your contact info out there. So you are not allowed to print business cards if you are not a member. That's one thing about the LoCo guidelines. That's members have the right to do this. Non-members don't. So you definitely want to apply for membership if you've been working on that. If you deserve it, go for it. It's not hard, and it gives you some extra tools available for your own use.
As Nathan mentioned, if you have the right level of contributions and you really think you have contributed to a nice way, you can go ahead and apply for membership. If you have the right level of contributions, it will go smoothly. You can, myself, I have this ugly business cards. I think Nathan's are nicer, but you have the right to print business cards. You get your certificate, you get your syndication, your blog syndicated in Planet Ubuntu. You get many things you can take advantage of, and it's very useful when you need to contact people outside the Ubuntu community to, let's say, host an event or get some materials. It's pretty useful.
And Jose, one of my favorite perks of Ubuntu membership is that you get a free subscription to Linux Weekly News. And so as I'm looking for, you may know that sometimes I have to go and look for a lot of news to showcase to others. And so one of the nice perks is that Linux Weekly News is a really great way. It has weekly updates of security patches in Ubuntu, Fedora, SUSE, and a lot of the other large distros. It has a lot of great kernel news, a lot of great kind of more political news. It's a little tech-oriented, but is very, very relevant to Ubuntu as a whole, and a fantastic resource. You can go to lwn.net, and you can read those. Anyone can read those updates, but news updates are embargoed for a week for paying members. Although one of the neat things you can do as a member is you can create an early access link. So if there was a really cool story that you wanted to share with the LoCo, you can create a link that you can give that will give early access to that. Of course, you don't want to post that everywhere, but it is a good way to keep informed and share that news with others. So just one of the many perks, external perks of being an Ubuntu member. So plus you get to be in an exclusive with membership. Of course, I'm a member, so you get to be affiliated with me, and who wouldn't want that? So don't let that opportunity pass you by if you have it available to you.
Well, Nathan, I have some other couple news I found. Well, we have for this show. First is that the Ohio LoCo team has been preparing for the Ohio Linux Fest, which is one of their biggest events they have during the year, and they had a meeting to summarize all they want to do in Ohio Linux Fest. The date for Ohio Linux Fest is set to October 26th to until October 28th, to 2014 this year. So then you can just go ahead attend if you wanna help organizing Ubuntu stuff for Ohio Linux Fest. Getting in touch with the Ubuntu Ohio team. We'll put some links to them below. And I also know that uh, the team from Bangladesh has done a release party. Uh, so I have some photos over here. Ooh, give me a second. I think I lost them. Okay, so uh, the team from Bangladesh held a release party at the University of Liberal Arts in Bangladesh, in Dhaka, and it was the official Ubuntu 14.04 release party from the Bangladesh LoCo team in cooperation with the ULIB Computer Programming Club. So they arranged the party successfully. More than 100 people confirmed to attend the party on Facebook and other means, and a volunteer team of 20 people helped them to get through the event, to get through organizing all this stuff. And and they had an event for almost 4 hours, where they gave presentations, workshops. They demonstrated what's new in Trusty Tar in 1404. Apart from that, after the party, they had two booths. In the first booth, they were distributing ISOs and DVDs with Kubuntu, Subuntu, Lubuntu, and Ubuntu. And in the second booth, they were having volunteers help people set up Ubuntu, Kubuntu, Subuntu, and Lubuntu again in their laptops. So I have some photos of the event here, and let me screen share mine. Uh, so this is the venue where they held the event. They demonstrated Ubuntu Touch. They helped other people install Ubuntu on their machines. They gave various talks in different topics. They had this huge banner, and they demonstrated mainly what was new in Ubuntu 14.04. This is one of the volunteers, and here they are helping us set up machines with Ubuntu 14.04. Here's some of the talks and the attendees they had. It was pretty interesting reading about this release party, and I hope many teams can go ahead and organize theirs. It's pretty fun. It's a very interesting moment in an event. So if you have the will to go ahead and organize one, it would be great for your local community. I am pretty sure they will really appreciate it. So go ahead, really organize a release party, and just go get together in some place and have fun. That's the point of release parties. So I don't know if we have anything else for today.
I did one thing I forgot to put in the notes. First, I want to say that the Ubuntu Bangladesh release party looked like a massive success. They had over 20 people there. Everyone looked like they were having fun, and you know, really kudos to them. I'm sorry I missed that when I was searching for news. You know, that looked like a lot of fun. One thing that you can do if you don't have a really large LoCo team, or if you're just starting out, one thing you can definitely do is reach out to the local Linux user groups in your area. And a lot of times, you know, whether it's a presentation or a release party, a lot of times they have an active membership. Sometimes they're just looking for excuses to get together and have fun. And sometimes they would enjoy a presentation. So um, you can definitely work with them, and if they have any experience doing events, you can gain a lot of organizational knowledge that way and work together. Um, which reminds me that I forgot to put it down, but in on May 24th, the Orange County Linux User Group in Fullerton, California, Southern California, is going to do an install fest, and they've been a really fantastic Linux user group to work with. Um, we're featuring Ubuntu because in my unbiased professional opinion, it is the best Linux distro to put out there for new users. And so we've been working really hard to do flyers and deliverables and printables, things like that. So I'm going to have some designs up somewhere, maybe on my people.ubuntu.com site soon. So watch Planet Ubuntu for that. So that if you want to um, do an install fest yourself and you want to have good liability release forms for the installers, for example, data sheets, I've adapted the information from the install fest how-to, and we'll get those up there. We have some giveaways. It looks like we might be selling some Ubuntu USB drives that are these really cute 8 gig tiny mini USB drives that will boot Ubuntu, have extra ISOs, and then some other free software. That was a big hit last time. And we've been working with it's at Cal State Fullerton, and the faculty were actually really excited about this. A lot of them in the computer science department said, when we reached out, they said, "Oh wow, I use Ubuntu personally. I would love to tell my students about this." And so we're getting a lot of good feedback from them. We've just started that advertising there to the school. And I also prepared a great talking points sheet that is available. I published to the Ubuntu California mailing list, but I'll get available for greater distribution. That this sheet, for example, takes about a third. It's a regular piece of paper, letter-sized, and it takes a third of the time to say what is an install fest, and a third to say what is Ubuntu, and a third to say what is, say, OC lug, so that any professor who's telling their students, or anyone else, anyone in the lug or the LoCo who wants to get out there and tell people, have a list of talking points about, everyone who comes gets a free Ubuntu 14.04 DVD, and in fact, Canonical have donated those and already shipped them. I should have them on Tuesday, and they'll be here and ready for me. So, huge thanks to Liz for putting in the order, because she's the team contact. I can't do that myself as much as I would like to. Conference pack stuff should be coming later, but huge thanks to Canonical for funding that. And that's one of the things they try to do is make these events a success. We have an Android tablet to give away. We have Xubuntu on hand for older computers. We're going to try and get people who are Windows XP refugees, as the web seems to want to call them, now that support has ended on April 8th. Ubuntu is a fantastic opportunity for these people to who were using XP, and they don't want, obviously they don't want to change their OS constantly, because they've been using the same OS since 2002. Ubuntu 14.04 is a good solid release that they can have on the computer, and it's 5 years before they must upgrade to something. It's 2 years before they even have to think about it again. So this would be a perfect, good, stable, solid release. And when they get that on there, they can do anything they want. Browse the web, office software, talk to people, email. If they want to be developers, if they want to do multimedia, they want to manage the pictures, Ubuntu is just that great platform for absolutely everything. And so that's one thing we're doing. Get in touch with the Ubuntu California local community team if anyone in California wants to help out with the Install Fest. If you just want to attend, you can go to oclug.org, and then it's, I think, /installfest.html, but oclug.org, Orange County Linux User Group, and you can. There's a link on the front page to the Install Fest. You can get more information that way. But I'm really, really excited about this event, because I'm going to be giving the presentation on Ubuntu and kind of running things in that way. But we've had so many people from the LUG who Some people donated money so that we can pay for the name badge templates and some things like that. I can reimburse some of the people who already donated their color printers to print really beautiful flyers. We have LUG members who are going out there and posting flyers in the community, at coffee shops, at cafes around the school. The faculty are really excited to help out. We have a lot of people who are going to volunteer to install, some of whom aren't even primarily Ubuntu users. Some are not huge fans of Ubuntu, but they recognize the value in getting together and having a unified message. And then we're going to talk about maybe doing a Fedora install fest later this year, and I'll be there helping out just as much. It's such a great thing to have one unified message there. So Ubuntu is not the only great software out there, just my favorite. So we're looking forward to that. And we even had some new people come to the LUG and complain it was kind of hard to find the way there from parking. So we even had volunteers who volunteered to be out there by the parking structure and greet people right there outside and point them to. If you know which way you're going, it's really easy. You get out of the structure, you turn east, you can't miss it. But people are volunteering to be out there on the ground to help people out that way. So it's been really exciting, much more exciting than an event that I kind of pushed through on my own. We're getting a lot of volunteer and participation, and people in the LUG are really excited, and they're looking for other great Linux events that they can put on as well. So these kind of event parties not just help other people, they can help the organizations putting them on, and so it's been really, really exciting. So just some a little bit of advertising for my event, but also some inspiration for LoCo teams that are thinking, well, is it really worth it to put on an event? It's definitely worth it. It's a great experience, a lot of fun. It's a little bit of hard work, but if you get everyone pitching in, it goes by really quickly. So I think that's about it. Are there any questions from IRC?
Nope, I don't see any questions on IRC. Well, if you want to submit your news for the next show, make sure to send us an email at onair@ubuntu.com. It's just onair@ubuntu.com. We'll make sure to put that email address down below too, so you can just go ahead and send us your news, your pictures, and we'll make sure you're featured on the show. You and your team, of course. And yeah, I think that's it for now, unless you have anything else to say, Nathan.
No, that's it. So remember, we're here. You can always check the calendar to see the next show. We should be here next month, I believe. And if you, so you can always watch us live, at ubuntuonair.com. And you can also submit those questions in IRC. You can also submit things ahead of time, both questions and events. We love to hear about all the wonderful things the LoCo teams are doing. And so, we have this beautiful new release of Ubuntu that we can all really be very proud of. So go out there, get people excited about that, and have a lot of fun doing it.
Yep. And well, as always, first of all, I want to make sure you know the date for the next event. It's going to be on the 24th of May. On the 24th of May, we'll be hosting our next LoCo Teams update. So make sure to stay tuned and be around here for that date and that time. As always, at 19 UTC at ubuntuonair.com. And well, that's all for now. And well, subscribe to us at youtube.com/ubuntuonair, and make sure to follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/ubuntuonair. All our future events are going to be featured at ubuntuonair.com/calendar. So that's it for now, and thanks for being here. See you next month.
Thanks, everyone. Talk to you later.